We just got back from seeing Zombieland Double Tap.
And we'll be back with our non-spoiler review after this.
Hi folks, welcome back to Pop Pop Fizzle. I'm Jeff.
I'm Heidi.
And we are here to give you our reaction, our non-spoiler reaction to Zombieland Double Tap. Now,
Yes.
as is the history with you.
My always history is seeing a sequel before I see the original.
Always.
Always. We actually even tried to avoid it this time and we couldn't.
No, there's no we in this.
Okay.
I tried to rectify that because she thought it would be funny to see the sequel without having seen the first one.
And I just
said, let's just rent the thing
I
and
didn't want to
watch
spend
it.
money on the rental.
So, I have seen both movies. Heidi has only seen Double Tap.
That's right.
And we're going to give you our non-spoiler thoughts about that. We are not sitting down as usual, mainly because we didn't have the camera set up for that today. So, we're standing.
We've moved some of our seating devices.
Seating devices.
Seating devices around our place, so they're not available at this time.
Chairs is what she means.
Seating devices.
Seating devices sounds much more Doctor Who, I guess. But
Technical. It's
anyway,
very
so
technical.
we are going to tell you our non-spoiler thoughts and our opinion about whether or not this films we're seeing. That's kind of how this thing goes. And then once this is all over, you can jump into the comments down below. Let us know what you thought about the film as well. Make sure you hit the thumbs up if you like the channel and what we're doing here. That always helps us out. We'll remind you that at the end of the video.
We usually do.
All right, so Zombieland Double Tap is the long-awaited sequel to Zombieland. Now, I don't know if you know, but they had a series for a while that was sort of attempting to do this, and it kind of just didn't work.
No, had no idea.
Mainly because they didn't have these actors. I think what made the first movie fun was the collection of characters that we had.
Yeah.
Following other people in the zombie apocalypse just wasn't nearly as fun.
No. That's what Walking Dead has run into, I believe.
Yes, probably.
You
Anyway.
keep killing your main characters, you're not going to have anyone who wants to watch them.
I'm not spoiled. Last thing I remember, they were at Herschel's farm for like 3 seasons, I think.
I am not super spoiled either, but I know that there are a lot of people that are not in it anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, I enjoyed the very first Zombieland movie. That was, I think, 2010 or 2009.
Probably.
Thought it was a lot of fun. Thought it was different. Really enjoyed its take on the zombie genre, which of course has since, and even back then, kind of overrun with stuff. But
like with zombies.
yeah, and but I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. I was kind of looking forward to Heidi seeing it last night. Didn't work out to do that, so we
actually watched Death Wish with Bruce Willis, which was also excellent. So
yeah, we
it was
enjoyed
fine.
that. But yeah, so we went into this movie with me having seen the original, Heidi not having seen the original. So take that as you will. I'll let Heidi talk first. As somebody new to the Zombieland franchise, what were your
So
thoughts?
before we started, Jeff let me know a couple of things about the first movie, just so that I would not get lost. I feel like, so he told me how they named themselves, and he told me about Jesse Eisenberg's character and his rules. I think I would have gotten that. So no spoilers.
Sure.
But those references are made ad nauseum, actually. So yeah.
In retrospect, I should have leaned over to you and said, one thing you need to know: Lex Luthor has hair.
That. But for someone who had not seen the first, like I said, I probably didn't need the couple of details that he gave me right as the opening credits were going. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Like, I don't think you really like. Don't be like me, do see the originals, but if you missed it for some reason, like you got caught up in your own zombie apocalypse at the time, you know, I think I had my first child when it came out, so I was a little busy. Might not have been out to
Is that where I was when you had the first kid?
No, you weren't. You were there for that, but
okay.
But I was busy. So I was probably home with the baby.
Probably.
But
yeah,
he was just getting out. So I didn't quite get a chance to get out to see this movie, and I must have missed it on the red box too. But
I think what I appreciated about watching this movie with you tonight was that you did laugh several times, and it felt like, just from the reactions I was getting from you in your seat, that you didn't need to have seen the first one to enjoy the movie.
No, you could definitely hop right in and enjoy this movie for what it is. I mean, I am interested to know about these characters and how they came together, but that was probably in the first movie, and that's okay. But you get that they are a group that travels together and enjoys, or at least mostly enjoys each other's company. So, you know, of course, as with all families, they get on each other's nerves, but that's normal. So even in the crazy zombie apocalypse, there was some semblance of normalcy with a family. So I didn't really need to know where their drama was. I just knew that they got on like a family. So it was fun.
A couple of new characters added into this. We won't spoil any of that, but definitely fun to see some new people interacting with our gang of characters.
Yeah.
For me, as someone who enjoyed the first movie, it was fun returning to the well for this and seeing these characters again so many years later, and seeing, you know, what they've done with themselves and what they've learned, what they haven't learned. All those things were fun.
Yeah.
And I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the original, I will say that. But to me, that one felt like it had a lot more heart than this one, ultimately. But this one felt like it might have been a little bit more funny. Again, some of that may be the time and distance from seeing the first one.
Even if it was a little more funny, you usually don't get that with sequels. So if you've seen the first, you'll probably really enjoy this one.
Yeah.
I'd say.
I would say so, too. Now, the way that we normally rate things on our channel is with our name, Pop, Pop, Fizzle. So if something's a fizzle, obviously, that means don't waste your time with it, not worth your money or your time. If something's a pop, that means definitely worth seeing, but maybe not on the big screen. If it's a double pop, that means check it out in the theater on the big screen. It'll be worth your time and your money. Given those criteria, Heidi, where does this land for you?
A solid pop and a half. As for
Always.
always. As for always. Okay, so like if you love the whole idea of like big gory scenes, this has a lot, and like even the first 4 minutes of it were pretty big gore. So if you
don't even get past the Columbia logo.
This is true. You don't get past the first logo of the movie, and so if you're really into that and you just want to see like, or if you're like somebody who's interested in like creature makeup and that sort of thing, you want to see it big, detailed. That's definitely a double pop for you.
There's some decent effects in this.
Yeah, definitely decent effects. I enjoyed it, and when Jeff suggested that we go see it, even having not seen the first, I preferred to see this than some of the other fare that was out. So actually, this is So this was kind of a run out and see it for us actually.
Yeah.
But you know, if you're not into all that, if you feel like you can wait for it, you know, whatever, for a small screen Redbox, not sponsors, whatever. Just go see it. Like see it when it comes out.
Yeah, I would actually land on, just because I know what's in the theaters right now, this is going to be a double pop for me because I think it was a lot of fun. I didn't feel like anything drug out too long. I thought the new characters were a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed this ride wholeheartedly. It's been too long since I've seen the original to compare them, really, but I feel like I enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed the first one, and given what's in the theater right now, I feel like this is a good bet at the theater. So I'm going to say double pop for me. Pop and a half from Heidi. That's where we land. That's what we think. Now you can jump into the comments down below and let us know what you think. And as always, if you like this video,
hit the thumbs up.
And consider subscribing to the channel. We love it when you do that. We're small in number. We're mighty in spirit.
We just love talking about movies.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We're not going to be that channel that grows to like 20,000 people overnight. That's not really our thing. We're not really working toward that end. But what we are doing is talking about films and talking about the things that we enjoy, including some things that aren't film related.
Yeah.
But and just kind of inviting you to be a part of the conversation. So we're not too worried about growing super big, but we cherish every single one of you that comes into the picture with us. So
Thanks for joining.
Absolutely. And until next time, folks.
Bye.
Bye.